how do you know if it's too soon or the right time to sleep with a man that you're dating? In a society that likes to still paint women as bad if they sleep with a man and men as great heroes if they sleep with a woman, it can be difficult sometimes for a modern woman to know when is the right time to do it. Now, I'm not about to feed you a bunch of made-up rules or tell you that there's some magical amount of time that you can wait to sleep with a guy, and if you just get the time right, then he's gonna want to commit, because I don't believe in that. There are no rules. So what I'm going to share with you in this video are the top 3 ways to know if it's right for you to sleep with a man you're dating right now. And stay tuned until the end, because I'm going to reveal exactly when I first slept with my husband, Mike, in case you're interested. I'm Nicole, love coach and founder of LoveWorks, and I've helped hundreds of women ditch the rules and actually just learn how to truly be themselves to find the right man for them. So here's the first question you want to get clarity on to know whether it's the right time to sleep with a guy or not. The question is, are you going to feel good and right with yourself that you've made the choice to sleep with this man independent of the outcome? Meaning, if he doesn't call you back the next day, if he doesn't do what you want, would you still feel like you made a good choice that was in alignment with you? So often women sleep with a man not because they're already feeling good about themselves, not because they really want to, but it's due to this needy energy of wanting to feel loved and validated and chosen. And unfortunately, when you're in that place, what you tend to attract is not the great guys. You tend to attract in the guys who can't give you the commitment, or the guys who just want sex. Now here's the thing, there are actually right now tons of women who are with their husband in committed relationships with men who they slept with them on the first date or very early on into the relationship. But in the majority of these cases, it was the attitude of the woman that made the difference in the kind of man that she attracted. So haven't you ever heard of a woman, or maybe this happened to a friend of yours, who went out not expecting anything at all, truly just having fun, being in the moment? Maybe she even met a guy that night and hooked up with him. And she truly did not care if he would call her back or not. She wasn't trying to control what happened with this man, because she wasn't in the state of trying to get something from a man. And guess what happens, right? You know what happens already. Of course that guy called her back and they ended up becoming committed. So energetically, that woman was in a surrendered, non-attached, non-needy space. She was not looking for a guy to validate her or make her feel whole. She was just present, open to the moment. So compare that now to the woman who is over-analyzing every single guy she meets, even before she even goes on the date with him, or trying to figure out, like, is he the one, is he the one, is he the one? Or she's so afraid that if she doesn't control every single aspect of her love life, she's not going to get what she wants. The difference is energy. Now that controlling woman, that fearful woman, she might go out with a guy, she might have one too many glasses of wine or be feeling particularly lonely and then sleep with a guy, but it's coming from the wrong space on the inside, and she was starting the date from the wrong space. So usually that guy doesn't call back. It doesn't have to do with, oh my God, she slept with him too soon or in the wrong amount of time. It had to do with the energy space she was in when she attracted the man in the first place. So needy, please pick me energy, it just repels the good men, and it tends to attract in the men who can't even give you a commitment in the first place. Now the confident, leaned back, I know my worth, I'm open, I'm present energy tends to just attract in men who are available for a real commitment, whether you sleep with them on the first date or wait months and months or wait till marriage. So the big point that I want you to understand is that there's no formula, it's not a trick, and you can't fake energy. If you're needy and desperate, there's no perfect amount of time that you could wait that would somehow magically make a man want to commit. Which brings me to question number 2, and it's this. Are you approaching sex with this man from an empowered place of personal choice? Or are you approaching sex as a barter or a trade? As in, I'm going to give you sex if you give me commitment. So here's where I differ from a lot of other dating coaches out there. I do not believe in tricks and tactics, and I believe that a lot of dating advice out there, while well-intentioned, is actually created to trick insecure women into believing that they can get a non-committal man to commit to them. And that is not the truth. So the real truth is dating has to do with energy, not rules. If you truly knew your worth and value, if you truly felt worthy of a man committing to you, then why would you need to use sex as a barter or a trade to try and get him to commit? See, that kind of energy in the first place, it's coming from, I don't feel worthy of commitment, so I've got to use something like sex to try and manipulate it from you. And you do not have to be in that energy. Now, I'm not telling you to sleep with a man when you're not ready or rush into sex. I'm not telling you that at all. What I want is for you to feel worthy of commitment no matter what that man does. So then the question becomes, from the space of worthiness within, from the space of knowing I am worthy of commitment from an amazing man, does it feel aligned to sleep with this man right now or not? And you can check in with that energetically. When you think about sleeping with him, do you feel open? Do you feel a yes? Do you feel this calm excitement? Or do you feel closed or contracted or in fear? Or do you feel like you're totally afraid to give him something that you don't really want to give now, but you think, oh, if I somehow give him this, then I'll get what I want? If you're in that energy in the first place, I would not recommend sleeping with him. What I would recommend is that you work on getting your energy right in the first place. And that brings me to question number 3. Do you trust yourself that if you sleep with him right now, you're not going to spin out into total crazy town mode and obsess about him and start planning the wedding, even though maybe you're not even fully committed yet? See, a lot of women, they just can't handle their mind when they like a guy. And for many women, sleeping with a guy makes them like him more, or at the very least, it makes them more attached. So check in. Do you have emotional fitness? Do you have a strong mindset? Do you know how to rein in your mind if it tries to go to crazy town? Do you know how to not obsess about the guy, not create the fantasies, not get freakishly attached in an unhealthy way? Be honest with yourself. Now, if your answer is, no, Nicole, I don't know how to do that, that's why I'm watching these videos, right? Then I would probably spin you out way too much to sleep with a guy before you're ready. So again, instead of going into that negative energy because of that choice, I would work on your mindset and your energy first so you can feel aligned with taking that action without expecting a certain result. By the way, the non-expectation of a certain result is usually the energy which allows it to come in. So if you need help with your mindset, I've included a link below to my free Attract Your Man workshop where I share videos on how to feel confident and how to have that rocking love mindset. So the bottom line is, sex is not a barter or a trade for commitment. It's not a way to validate yourself and prove that you're worthy. It's a personal choice. And the best way to do it, if you're gonna do it at all, is from a space of, I choose this because it feels aligned to do so. It feels truly good to do so in this moment. And I know and believe that I am worthy no matter what this man chooses to do. Now, when did I sleep with my husband Mike then? It was on the third date. The third date, and it wasn't premeditated, it wasn't planned. That felt aligned for me to do. But here's what I can honestly say. Before I met him, I so clearly knew my worth. I wasn't looking to him to validate me. I wasn't trying to barter commitment. I wasn't even trying to get a commitment from him. And guess what happened? Well, after the third date, on the morning after, he asked me to be exclusive. Now, I said no, but that's a story for another video. So, if you liked this video, like it here, leave me a comment. I want to know your thoughts. I want to know if you've ever tried to use sex to get commitment or not, or if you've been confused but want to sleep with a guy. I want to know that. So leave me a comment and subscribe so you never miss a video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.